So you think you've solved in 14 days what they couldn't solve in 2 years?
2 years?
Hopefully it doesn't take 2 years to get through it. But with these plots, we've now found all the things that need to be fixed in the data. Which, now that I've looked at things, I want to make sure that these values are still the same. So I'm going to put in the head. Actually, I've restarted things, so I got to read these in. And now I want to see just the head parts. Make sure these match, which I did go through and check. They do, so that's a good thing. Probably don't need to keep those anymore. And between the videos, I just made a note that I turned the spies negative and I removed the blank in IG88. That was easy to remember because I could just see here. Removed the zeros, turned the negative positive, and got rid of the blank. Those are the changes that I've made. Now, just real quick because it bugs me, you see right here I've got the blank and the zero category. I don't need them anymore. Now, on the final project, I wouldn't dock a student if they left those on there. I understand why they're there. Is it that big of a deal? Probably not. It just personally bugs me. So I'm going to go through and write some code to get rid of those categories by changing the levels of IG88. And you really have to be careful when you do this to make sure that you understand you're changing these names. So this one I'm going to call installed, and this one I'm going to lump into installed. It doesn't matter because there's no data there, so maybe I should have done none because there's fewer letters. Installed, and then here none. Object IG, hang on, it's war $IG88. Right? Tell me it worked. If not, we're backing the video up, so then, okay, good. Probably terrorism has similar problem. Yeah, with that zero. So I'm going to do the same bit of code here. I'm going to start with low because it's fewer letters, and there's no data in that group, so it doesn't matter which group I lump it into. Medium. And, oh, good. This is probably a good time again to just check. Did I mess up these categories? And it started with, where's my terrorism? Low, medium, low. If I undo the delete, I just did low, medium, low. Okay, good. So, there we go. Now my data set is all fixed up, no more errors. I am ready to make a fit, a linear model, predicting enemy deaths based off stock and all the other variables. And yeah, it's a pain to type all that out. I mean, you can probably see the timer jumping as the video goes. It's worth it because now I can specifically target guys that I'm interested in this model and take variables in and out. You might be expecting me to jump straight into the summary of the fit, but I'm not going to. You also might expect me to plot the overall residuals. Also not going to, because those residuals are going to be showing me across 14 variables. What I want is to plot the residuals based off the individual variables one by one. And you're like, oh no, are you really going to sit there and retype? No, watch this. I'm just going to take all these guys, copy and paste, and now I just have to change this to war $, residuals, and do that. I almost don't have to pause the video, except I will. And do you want to know why? Because I mess stuff up too. So if you're doing this and you mess something up, don't be embarrassed. I had war $, residuals. No, the residuals are not inside the data set. They're inside the fit I made. So this should, what? Oh, that's because I never ran this bit of code. Let's run it. Oh, good. Yay. What am I looking for? Any sort of pattern that I can still map. I am seeing a darker layer here and a darker layer there and a thinner layer in the middle. I have no idea what to do with that. Like, I don't know how to model this so that it's better. This looks like random scatter. I don't know what else to do. Now, notice here I said stock should be an important variable. How come we don't see anything important here? This is good. It means that it has followed the stock data just fine. The fact that I'm not seeing anything here is because there already is a slope. If I went and looked at my summary fit, I would probably see that stock was significant. This is saying, are there patterns not in the model? Here, it's already in the model, meaning this part is already taken care of. I'm looking at what's left over. Looking at stock, I don't see anything. Terrorism? No, they look fine. Firepower? It's true that there's more data on the lower end than the higher end, but I don't see a curve or a pattern that I should be able to fit here. No. Oh, so maybe is there curvature there? It's subtle. I might come back to that one. Not really. Oh, well, there we go. This is what we're looking for. So next video, let's attack that.